Yeah, that's the question.
I would say yes. I say valid.
It's valid.
It's valid.
It's valid. Meaning they're making a distinction between the one who's sleeping. There's a difference between the person who's asleep, which is a normal. This is normal for humans. It's not normal to lose sanity. It's not normal to faint and pass out for an entire day. Okay? They're not the same. You can't just say he was passed out all day. So, no, it's not the same. That's not a normal practice for people. Sleeping is a normal practice. Now, sleeping all day, you might say sleeping all day is long, but Ramadan, the length of the days is not the same all over the world. Some days are short, right? If a person been working for 3 days straight, 12-hour days, man come home, goes to sleep, right? He might sleep 12 hours the whole day, the whole fasting day, right? It's not something that's that it's not something that can't happen. He might actually sleep the whole day. Tayyib. So he said, not the person who sleeps all day. Their fast is valid. And the one who fainted or not lost consciousness, the one who fainted, that they make up the day. Tayyib. Now we're talking about the niyyah, the intention. Tayyib. He says, وَيَجِبُ تَعْيِينُ النِّيَّةِ من الليل لصوم كل يوم واجب. That the obligation, ta'yin an-niyyah, that a person has to specify their intention from the nighttime, which is, what is the nighttime? When does the night begin? After Maghrib, Jayyid. So a person can do what? They can make their intention. It says yajib, obligatory, that a person makes their intention from the night. So when does the night end? For Fajr. So they have from after Maghrib until Fajr to make their intention for the following day. Mathalan, today is Wednesday. So a person may make their intention right now to fast tomorrow. Tayyib. Or a person might make the intention right before the adhan to fast. Or a person might make their intention, they might wake up in the middle of the night. Say they fall asleep after Isha, they wake up in the middle of the night, right? And then they make the intention when they wake up. You know how you get up in the middle of the night? Sometimes you gotta get up, you know what I'm saying? You get up in the middle of the night, you drink a lot of water or whatever, you gotta get up. A person may get up in the middle of the night and make the intention, right? They have all the way until, what is the cutoff? What, before the adhan? So as long as a person makes the intention before the adhan, they're good. Whatever that means. The proper, what is that? What's the proper adhan? As long as a person, because some people think that the fast doesn't begin until the sun rises, like on TV, like on the news. It says sunrise, like whatever channel 306. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, the adhan of Fajr. The adhan of Fajr is the cutoff. Not what it says on the TV, on the news, when it says sunrise like 7:04 and the sun's been up. The adhan of Fajr is the cutoff. Meaning we gotta stop eating at Fajr. We can't eat past the adhan of Fajr. The person say, I didn't hear the adhan. Like, you gotta pray the same prayer schedules or application you've been using all year. Now during Ramadan, I ain't hear the adhan. Oh, these joints is different. It's different on mine and yours. We gotta be careful. We don't want to play with a pillar. It's a pillar. So it's a pillar. It's not something that we want to play around with. And when it comes time to start, it's worship. It's worship. It's a pillar. Tayyib. So the fast has to be, the niyyah has to be done at night for every day. Every day that's obligatory to fast, the intention has to be done the night before. Meaning, you have from after Maghrib, starts the night of the following day, until before, not the adhan of Fajr, before the adhan of Fajr. Because once the adhan of Fajr, and it starts a new day. And if a new day starts, and you didn't make your intention to fast, that means part of that day started and you didn't have the intention to fast. Clear? Even if it's a daqiqah, if it's 1 minute, that means 1 minute out of that day of Ramadan you didn't fast. That means you didn't complete that day of fasting. Hey, you gotta make it up. Yes.
What about, can you make the intention for the month?
I was about to ask that question.
According to the author, we're going with the author.
Okay.
That's another opinion that is mentioned. Some people, some scholars, they mention that a person makes the intention to fast all month. It's an argument though. Now it's an argument. And when it comes to ibadah, worship, as we were taught, khuruj min al-khilaf. You want to leave all of that stuff. Stay. If you made it every night, you safe. It's an argument now. Why? Because they saying that each day is a different, is a separate worship. Each day is its own separate worship. And each separate worship, every act of worship needs an intention. So they say you make it every night because tomorrow's a new day. That's another day of fasting. It's not the same. So make your intention every day. Others say you can make it at the beginning. It's an argument amongst the ulama. Scholars differ. What's stronger? Allah knows best. I'm saying safe if you did it. Let's just say a person does it from the beginning, right? And that's not sufficient. Now, how many years you fasted like that? Instead of doing it every night and you cool, you okay. And I'm not saying that every night is the strongest. I'm just saying safe. There's no argument if you make it every night. If you make your intention day by day, nobody's gonna say your salat is invalid, your fasting is invalid because you made your intention every day. But some might argue that if you didn't make your intention every day, during Ramadan every night, then it wasn't valid. Some might argue that. Avoiding the argument, make it every night.
That's interesting because even when you, like I said, I read the same situation. And when you're coming thinking logically, if I'm going to say I'm placing my attention to fast the whole month of Ramadan, right? Is that even at the Maghrib, and we pray and whatnot, and we break our fast, my niyah is still saying, inshallah, tomorrow I'm going to fast again. Right. It don't make sense. I say I'm just fasting the month of Ramadan. I just forget it. No, even when we finish that night, my mind, inshallah ta'ala, we wake up for Fajr, we eat the suhoor,
there you
fast again.
Because the intention is not something that's, it's not something that's,
But it's possible.
it's not difficult.
It don't seem logical though. Like when you think about it, it doesn't seem weird.
If a person gets up and eats suhoor, right? Does that even constitute as a niyyah to fast?
That's a niyyah.
That's my
The
point.
suhoor is for what? The fast Ramadan.
That's my point.
It's easy.
Yeah.
Now, if a person forgets,
You say like in the particular, what you say, a person sleeps all day, and they come in while work this and that, and you go to sleep, and you miss suhoor, and you didn't make the intention.
But here's a question. I go to bed at night. I don't think it's a Muslim except that he thinks that, all right, I'm going to try to get up.
No, that's
but, mathalan, brother been working because he wants to be off during Ramadan, right, mathalan. So the week before Ramadan is coming, he working like 12 or 16-hour days to build up so he could take off some time during Ramadan. Like he comes home that night, or the sister, because you know sisters, they grind. Or the sister, they working them long hours, 12 hours, 16-hour shifts. So, right? They come home trying to get ready for Ramadan. They go to sleep. They come home, we crash. And never made the intention. Now, if your intention is to get up for suhoor,
So the question is this before Ramadan or during Ramadan?
I say during Ramadan.
So they work me 16-hour days so they can be off during the last 10? Is that what you're
No,
saying?
they want to be off. They just want to take some days off. I want to be there for the first night and Tarawih for al-Baqarah. I want to be there for that.
And this is the night before
Yeah.
Ramadan comes
Yeah,
in?
Ramadan's coming in tomorrow.
And they know Ramadan's
They
coming.
know. They getting off work.
So couldn't that also be their intention that night?
As long as the intention is there. That's what he's saying.
okay. That's what I agree.
The intention is not difficult to do. It ain't like you gotta stand in the mirror and,
Say it out loud.
say it out loud. You don't have to do all that. The fact that you have certain things in your heart intending to do it is enough for the intention. Tayyib.
The talaq of the niyyah.
Hey.
Bid'ah.
make the intention for every day.
Every day.
I did every day. Now, somebody, 5th day of Ramadan, and you go to sleep before Maghrib come in, and then you don't wake up till after Fajr, and you don't make an intention.
Okay.
You plan on Allah.
I never, when I say that, wallahi, I've never heard it, whether it was in a concert or nothing. We always say, alhamdulillah, Ramadan is in, and Shah Ta'ala, this is what it is. We know that. It's like, it's weird for someone to say, oh, I make the niyyah.
It's possible. That's why it's mentioned. It is.
It seems weird.
It's possible. That's why it's mentioned. But the thing is, if it happens, then what's the case? That's why I mentioned it.
All right, so here's a
Make it
scenario.
up.
There you go.
Here's a scenario. Person, you get off of work 4 or 5 o'clock. Like it's Ramadan's tomorrow. You go to sleep and you wake up the next morning after Fajr. You missed fasting that day because you didn't have attention the night before because you were asleep.
But that's my point.
Yeah, but you know what?
That's a realistic.
That's a realistic. All right, here we go.
Or here's one even closer. A person was working, right? Not even intention because they didn't even get the word. They never even got the word that what Ramadan was tomorrow.
Now, I would agree with that. I was about to say that.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree with
They
that.
go to sleep, they wake up, it's Ramadan. They didn't make any intention at all.
Do they got fast though?
I'm so cool.
No,
Well, come on.
they know.
Huh?
They have
They
to
should
make
do
that
what?
up. They should make that up.
Fast.
They should refrain,
Yeah.
even though, because they might not have ate nothing. They might not have ate anything, but they still should refrain. And they got to make it up because it's a day that they miss.
No.
That's why they got them.
Hurmatan ya shaykh. Jit mutaakhira.
It's based upon niyah. You didn't even know Ramadan was in, so it's not.
Right. He didn't make the niyyah for Ramadan, even though they might not have, they didn't eat anything, they didn't drink anything, but the niyyah is not there. طيب.
The obligation is still to fast, though.
The obligation is still to fast, withhold. He says, طيب, he says, we'll stop here. La niyya al-fardiyya. The fact that when a person makes the intention,
Now you said it.
when a person makes the intention that what, they don't have to make the intention that I'm fasting an obligatory fast, right? Because the fact that it's Ramadan is already obligatory. So, cause y'all gotta think, these Messiahs are not mentioned for you and me, or him and him. It's a world full of Muslims. So a person comes and they say, listen, I gotta make up 10 days of Ramadan. Why? Because I made my intention, but I didn't make it for, that was obligatory. I didn't make my intention to fast Ramadan obligatory fast. All right? Sure, they might, yeah. That's why I mentioned. You don't have to make it a condition and say or intend to make an obligatory. It's Ramadan. The fact that it's Ramadan is already obligatory. طيب. He says, ويصح النفل بنية من النهار ولو بعد الزوال. Now when it comes to the voluntary fast, it's not the same as the obligatory fast. The voluntary fast and making the intention for the voluntary fast is not the same as the obligatory fast. The obligatory fast, the intention has to be from when? Starting from Maghrib the previous night until before the Adhan al-Fajr. طيب. For the voluntary fast, a person can make their intention to fast in the middle of the day. Right? As the Prophet ﷺ did. Meaning, if I wake up on a Thursday, right? I don't have the intention to fast, but I don't eat anything, I don't drink anything, I don't do anything that will break my fast. I go to work, I'm moving around, I look up, it's Dhuhr. Right? I'm like, wow, it's Dhuhr already, I might as well fast. Right? I make my intention to fast from Dhuhr, and then I continue the rest of the day fasting. I can do that for a voluntary fast. I can't do that for Ramadan. Clear? Ramadan, I have to fast the entire day. That optional fast, in reality, I'm fasting with my intention half of the day, because I started at Dhuhr. So I didn't fast with the intention the first portion of the day. I'm only fasting half a day. You with me? Therefore, during Ramadan, the intention has to be made before the adhan of Fajr. He says, "Walau ba'da zawal," even if it's after Dhuhr prayer. Before Dhuhr prayer, anytime during the day, for a voluntary fast, a person can make their intention and then finish the day out fasting. Clear? Not like the obligatory fast. And there's more than one obligatory fast, not just Ramadan. Any fast that's obligatory, is the same, takes the same ruling. Like a qadha. When we make up days for Ramadan after Ramadan, that's an obligatory fast. It's not optional, it's obligatory. You have to complete those days. Or if we have to fulfill an oath or something like that, those days are obligatory. If Allah gives me this job, I'm gonna fast 3 days this month. Those days are obligatory. Fasting those days are obligatory. If Allah send me a good sister, I'm fasting a week straight.
You might as well break that.
Or sister says, if Allah send me a good brother, I'm fasting. Or if they want to marry somebody specific, a woman, a man or a woman, they want to marry a specific person, right? And then they say, if Allah allow me to marry, I'm going to fast these days. Them days are now obligatory, not optional. They become obligatory. With the intention. So they take the ruling of an intention, that the niyyah for obligatory fast. And lastly, وَإِنَّ وَالْإِفْطَارِ أَفْطَرِ. If a person makes the intention to break their fast, they broke their fast. If a person intends to break the fast is broken. Clear? A person goes, pay attention. They have the intention to break the fast, they settle. Not, I don't know if I'm gonna make it through the day or not. It's a long day, this joint rough. That's not the intention to break the fast. But a person's driving down the street and they say to themselves, they know, I'm pulling over at the next pizza store, I gotta grab a slice. Right? I don't have to tell you or the person I'm with or none of that. Right? I don't have to literally say it. The next pizza store, I'm pulling over. Right? The intention is there to break the fast. They say what? That they broke the fast. From that point, that day of fasting, they're going to have to make up aftara, that they have broken their fast. Clear? Why is that? Because their intention. لِقَطْعِهِ. They broke their intention to fast. Therefore, that day, they have to make up. So they're now like the person who didn't fast. They broke their intention to fast. So they're like the person who didn't make an intention. But we'll stop there. Any questions? طيب, we'll stop there inshallah. وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. Any question?
عندنا سؤال يا شيخ.
لا يا شيخ.
في سؤال فيه